And so what I'm looking at, it says Underground Railway marker. The stone chair was placed a few yards from the spot in 1841. Who placed it here and why is unknown. However, it may have been a guidepost for the Underground Railway. The drawings below were carved on the back of the chair. So there are markings here. As you can see, they are tough to make out, but sometime prior to 1999, this chair was found in the woods back here a little ways. They brought it out here for tourists to take a look at. But it looks like these are the symbols that they see made on the chair. And what some people in town, historians say, is that perhaps the escaped slaves would understand what these markings might be. Like, for example, up in the corner here, you see like a candle. And then like maybe this little marker in the lower left-hand corner is like maybe a symbol of a mountain. And perhaps a house that has a flag might have been, for example, a safe house. It's getting really noisy here, kids. See the road here. It's a farm road, but it seems to be very busy today. Right? And so perhaps when these escaped slaves would see this marker in the woods, it would give them signs as to like who they could trust in town and who they could hide out with. Like maybe if they saw a house with a candle waving a flag, maybe that was a sign of like, hey, we're part of the Underground Railroad and we're going to help you. And so it's a really cool part of our history. And there are a lot of historians now that are finding information. It's really difficult to find on the Underground Railway because these people worked in secret. They didn't really want to telegraph the fact that they were helping escaped slaves because they would have been thrown in jail. And they could have been taken away from their families and fined a lot of money. And maybe in retribution have their house burned to the ground for even thinking about helping a slave. So a lot of the history of this is really hard to find. But they do know that there was a network, Underground Railway network, that operated out of Kingsbury and in towns like Cambridge, in Greenwich, in Salem, in Glens Falls, in Queensbury. And there were people of great courage and who, even though they knew they'd be breaking the law, they knew that helping someone escape to freedom was a duty that was just and right. And they stood up for what they believe in. And so for this Google Classroom lesson, it's going to be focusing on the Underground Railway. And I hope you kids learn a lot. And I know this video is really long today, but I really hope you enjoyed the Google Classroom lesson. And thanks for listening to me, Mr. Nate, today. Okay? Bye.